Okay, I promised earlier that I was gonna do a little video on how I actually take advantage of these craft bundles or bundles that I find like these that I can modify. Now I have to make this note. I run an old version of Adobe Illustrator. I have the Adobe Illustrator CC. Uh, so I don't use the new online version that you can pay with a month to month. So some of my options that I will click, it may not be very much the same, but but you can figure it out very easily. Now, for me to modify, I will definitely need Illustrator. I'm not sure it will work on Photoshop because these are vectors, but it's very simple. I don't really do much work with this. Now, I am not gonna go in a lot of detail of what I do with these things because it could take long. It's gonna be very basic, but hopefully you guys can figure out by yourselves, how to do something more complex. Like, so the first thing I do is, of course, we go to the website that I shared. You can buy a bunch of these ones. They're cheap, but it's a good way to start doing text vectors, right? Text designs for these ones work very well in basic shirts, but they also work very nicely on mugs. And there was a little video that I watched on Gear Bubble, for example, about a mug that sold thousands of mugs during Mother's Day, and it was something as basic as this. So we're gonna download this, right? Once we get it, we're gonna get a zip file. Of course, we're gonna go to a zip file, and we're gonna, right click and we're gonna extract it all. Once we extract it, we're gonna get this file, right? Actually, we're gonna get this file. Now, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be using the SVG file, which is probably the one that works the best. You have an earlier version of, a new version of Illustrator. I think EPS is going to work. PNG is already. You just want to go ahead and just use them. You can just use them right away. You see, they actually give you some of the vectors that they use inside of these ones. They give them to you, so you can actually create them from scratch, something else. Now, what I'm gonna do is I am going to get a SVG. I'm gonna go with the first one. I'm gonna right click it. I'm gonna say open it with Adobe Illustrator. Actually, mine is CS5. I'm sorry. So we get this. Now, I'm gonna make it around 70% so I can actually see the whole thing. And I'm gonna highlight the whole thing. I'm gonna drag, and I'm gonna say ungroup it. See, now I actually can go and get by groups. Okay. So I want to say, okay, I want to work with these two, and I want to make them actually. I want to say, I want it color green. So I'm gonna find a shade of green that I actually like. I'm gonna make the leaves look like. I'm gonna say, okay, I want that, and there you go. Now I have green leaves. I'm gonna say this one, and I'm gonna ungroup it, and this one I'm gonna make it a little bit of yellow, and I'm gonna go here just to make it yellow. But this is a little hard. This is a little hard. So, now I'm gonna right click. I'm gonna say ungroup it now, because I actually only wanna affect the hearts. I click Shift, and I can select both of them. And now when I double click here again, and I'm gonna look for the red shades, that works. Now I have that, I have stars, I have rays of light. Now I have two colors there. Now you see it's starting to look completely different. Now let's say I don't want to use wishes. I have no purpose for me to use the wishes in this one. And so I'm gonna click the delete button, and I say, okay, get out of here. I'm gonna get the best. I wanna make it here at the bottom, and I'm gonna press shift, and I'm gonna make it smaller, drag it, so you can keep it aligned so I don't get it affected. I'm gonna make here. For now, I'm gonna leave it here, and I'm gonna make it look like you are the best. That's what I wanna type. it just came to mind. I want to use, no, edit, undo. I want to do text. I want to put it here. And I'm going to start with font of 100. And I'm going to type, "You are the best." My minuscule at the bottom. And I'm going to center it. So another trick that I want to share in this one video is how I do for me to choose fonts. I can go here and I can start doing one by one, and it's going to take me forever. So what I do is that I go to this website called Word Market. It's wordmarket.it. I'll actually write it down, in the video. And I'll enter here, "You're the best." Keep loading, and this is gonna show me every single font that I have on my files. Every single font I have, and I can pick which one I think is gonna look the best. Just for the purpose of this one, I'm going to say, of course, when I'm deciding something for me to upload, for me to sell, I look for the one. I probably test a couple of ones before I even do it. But in this case, let's see, Antebellum, Angela. I think that one looks good. That was actually kind of looking like the same one that we had before. So I'm gonna choose Angela, or Angela, or whatever is the way you pronounce that one. And I'm gonna go here in my font, and I'm gonna say I want Angela, and I'm gonna make it 150 font, just because make it a little bigger. I will use the shift button to scale it. I'm gonna probably try to center it here, and it's not the best looking one. Edit, undo. I am actually I don't want to touch you. I'm gonna make this select with shift. Actually, gonna move it a little bit to the top, and I'm probably gonna try to flip it a little bit. What I can do is I can click shift, and I can say group. Now next time I touch one of them, they're all grouped. Now I can start moving them however I want. And I'm trying to, okay, here we go. I'm gonna flip them a little bit to the side so it looks more organic. I think that one looks better. I'll take a little bit down, so now we actually have a circle, semicircle. This one I'm gonna take a little bit in the outside probably, and that one looks good. Now I can save it, and I'll make a test 2, use for this purpose, and click save. And then I can say I can export it as a PNG. Test 2 as a PNG. And I'll say save. I want it to be transparent background. I didn't go into the sites. I can just do that anywhere else. And I said okay. And if I go here, I have a PNG. And that's